Violence erupts in Vadodara, Sambhajinagar, Jalgaon and Howrah during Ram Navami celebrations. Gujarat government cracks the whip. 14 people have now been taken into custody after stones were pelted at a Ram Navami procession in Vadodara. But that's just one part of the story. Ram Navami processions were attacked with swords. Rifles were brandished. And this, we are told, when this Ram Navami procession was going on, swords and rifles were brandished in West Bengal's Howrah. Mamata Banerjee says, and we will play out what she said. She said she'd warned against yatra in Muslim-dominated areas. Ram Navami procession attacked in Maharashtra's Jalgaon. Armed mob. We'll show you those images. A mob setting ablaze police vehicles and pelting stones at the Ram Navami Yatra in Maharashtra's Sambhajinagar. The bigger question, what's happening in Maharashtra, Gujarat and in Howrah in Bengal? Is this orchestrated attack on Ram Navami celebrations? And the question we're asking here on India First, can Ram Navami celebrations and Shobha Yatra not be taken out in parts of India? What is a Muslim-dominated area? Can a Hindu procession not go through that? Stone pelting, arson, violence at Ram Navami. Were the police found wanting at most of these locations? We'll get you fresh images of what's happening at Howrah. How are arsonists and stone pelters running riot? Are political parties playing vote bank politics even here? I'm Gaurav Sawant. We get you details. We'll get you the latest from Howrah. We'll get you the latest from Maharashtra and Gujarat. But first, as always, the headlines on India First. Violence hits Ram Navami festivities in Gujarat, Maharashtra and Bengal. Reports of stone pelting, arson and violence. Arson in Howrah after Shaurya Yatra allegedly pelted with stones. Mamata Banerjee says she'd warned against Yatra in Muslim locality. BJP calls it utter disregard for Hindus. "14 dead in Indore as a temple roof caves in during Ram Navami celebrations. Rescue operations are currently underway." Senior Congress leader Digvijay Singh welcomes foreign support as Germany takes note of Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur calls Digvijay a disgrace. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews the new parliament building, pays a surprise visit to the site to review progress and meets with the workers engaged in the task of building the new temple of democracy. India Today has the biggest team of reporters on ground, whether it's Vadodara or Sambhajinagar, Jalgaon or Howrah, where Ram Navami celebrations were marred by violence. The Gujarat police has now cracked the whip. It's taken 14 people into custody after stones were pelted at a Ram Navami procession in Vadodara, and some of the stone pelting has been caught on camera. What has also been caught on camera is the attack in Jalgaon and in Sambhajinagar. What we'll also show you are swords and rifles that were brandished in Howrah in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee, she's on record and we'll play out what she said. She says she warned against Yatra in Muslim-dominated areas, and the BJP is up in arms saying, why can't the Yatra go in what Mamata Banerjee describes as a Muslim-dominated areas? Are there no-go areas in our own country for people? Ram Navami procession has been attacked in Maharashtra's Jalgaon also. Armed mob. Those are images that you see on your television screen. Those are police vehicles being set on fire by a mob as this yatra was crossing the area. Of course, there were reports of a place of worship being targeted, but the police have made it very clear the place of worship, the Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram temple, is absolutely safe. But the question is, orchestrated attack on Ram Navami celebrations in different parts of our country.
তুমি তরোয়াল নিয়ে বুলডোজার নিয়ে মিছিল করবার পারমিশন অধিকার তোমায় কে দিয়েছে? আজকে আমি শুনেছি হাওড়ায় ওরা এমনকি বুলডোজারও ইউজ করেছে। হোয়াট অডাসিটি দে হ্যাভ গট। তোমার যে রুট ছিল সেই রুট তুমি চেঞ্জ করলে কেন?
সারা দেশে রামনবমী উদযাপন হচ্ছে, বাংলায়ও হচ্ছে। যে মমতা ব্যানার্জি ঈদে দুদিন ছুটি দেন, রামনবমী ছুটি দেননি, উল্টো রামনবমীতে ধর্নায় বসে আছেন। তো তিনি কত হিন্দু ভক্ত আর এদিকে গিয়ে নাটক করেন, গঙ্গা আরতি করেন, আমাদের করতে না দিয়ে।
ये तनाव पैदा किया जा रहा है और उसके पीछे कौन है, ये इस राज्य के गृह मंत्री को पता होना चाहिए। ये सब कुछ कौन कर रहा है? ये शिवसेना नहीं कर रही है। शिवसेना मीन्स ओरिजिनल शिवसेना, डुप्लीकेट शिवसेना वाले काम कर रहे हैं।
संभाजी नगर में जो परिस्थिति रात में तैयार हुई थी, अब उस पर काबू पा लिया गया है। मैं सभी से निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि शांति बनाए रखें। मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम प्रभु श्री राम जी, इनका राम जन्मोत्सव हम लोग मना रहे हैं। ऐसे समय सभी ने मर्यादाओं का पालन करना चाहिए और शहर में शांति रखनी चाहिए।
And these are the latest images that we are getting from violence in Howrah in Bengal, where clashes broke out today. In a shocking video that's been accessed by India Today, attackers can be seen, watch these images very carefully, attackers can be seen hurling bricks, hurling stones at the Sri Ram Navami procession from rooftops. Watch those images very carefully. We'll get you what Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee says, but watch those images. There's a mob out there. There are people out there in rooftops. They're throwing stones at a Ram Navami procession in Howrah. Listen to Mamata Banerjee.
একজন গুন্ডা বলছেন, টিভিতে রেকর্ড আছে, রামনবমীর দিন যা অস্ত্র পাবো নিয়ে বেরোবো, দেখবো কে কি করতে পারে। আরে তোর যা অস্ত্র তুই তাই নিয়ে যা, আমি রামনবমীর মিছিল আটকাবো না। কিন্তু মনে রাখো, মিছিল আমরাও করবে, তোমরাও করবে। রমজান মাসও চলছে, রোজার মাসও চলছে। একটা মুসলিম এরিয়ায় গিয়ে হামলা করলে মনে রাখো তার বিরুদ্ধে আইনত পদক্ষেপ নেবে। মিছিল মিটিং করার তোমার অধিকার আছে, দাঙ্গা করার অধিকার নেই।
Doesn't India deserve better? Don't Indians deserve better? Freedom to celebrate festivals in our country away from the climate of fear or stone pelting, arson or violence? The question still remains, when an impartial investigation be carried out and the guilty be taken to task. Joining me on India First is Varis Pathan, spokesperson for the AIMIM. Tuhin Sinha represents the BJP. Vikram Singh is former DGP of the Uttar Pradesh Police. For a police perspective on the story, but I first want to cut across to India Today's Indrajit Kundu, who joins us from Howrah. Also with us is Gopi Maniar from Vadodara, and Pankaj Khelkar is standing by at Sambhaji Nagar. But Indrajit, is the situation under control now? And explain the images that we've just seen on India Today of stone pelting at the Sri Ram Navami procession from top of a building. Story that you're breaking right now, Indrajit. Okay, give me a moment as I try and re-establish that link with Indrajit. But Gopi, इस हिंसा की वजह क्या थी? त्योहार में आखिर हिंसा हुई क्यों वडोदरा में?
बिल्कुल, देखिए गौरव, आपको बताऊं कि इस वक्त अगर बात की जाए तो पुलिस ने करीब 14 लोगों को हिरासत में ले लिया है। अभी भी कॉम्बिंग जो है वो इस पूरे इलाके में यहाँ पे चल रहा है। देखिए, जब राम यात्रा जो शोभा यात्रा है वो यहाँ से जब प्रोसेसिंग निकला, मैं आप कैमरामैन से कहूंगी कि वो दिखाए, यही वो सड़क है जहाँ से पूरा प्रोसेसिंग जब निकला तो सामने एक मस्जिद बनी हुई है। उसी मस्जिद में से सबसे पहले पथराव की शुरुआत हुई। हालांकि क्यों हुई, कैसे हुई और किस वजह से हुई, ये अभी भी पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है, लेकिन शुरुआत वहां से पथराव की हुई और उसके बाद जब पूरी प्रोसेशन यात्रा थी यहाँ पे जो करीब हम कह सकते हैं कि 400 मीटर लंबी ये पूरी प्रोसेसिंग यात्रा थी, तो उस पे सभी जगह पे भगदड़ जैसी मच गई। और देखिए ये पूरा बहुत ही सेंसिटिव इलाका है, यहाँ पे एक और जहाँ मुस्लिम्स रहते हैं तो दूसरी ओर हिंदुओं का घर है। तो वैसे में जब ये यात्रा यहाँ से निकल रही थी उसी वक्त ये प्रोसेशन हुआ, क्योंकि पुलिस ने सुबह ही यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी एक जब यात्रा निकली तब ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे पथराव हो चुका था, जिसकी वजह से हैवी पुलिस डिप्लॉयड।
लेकिन ये बताइए गोपी, हर साल
शाम को यात्रा यहाँ से
जी हर साल यात्रा निकलती है क्या? हर साल पथराव होता है? ये नया रास्ता है? पुलिस को पता नहीं था कि यात्रा निकलेगी तो तनाव हो सकता है? आखिर पुलिस क्यों ऐसे थी कि उसको पता ही नहीं चला? और ये जो 14 लोग हिरासत में लिए गए हैं, इनके बारे में कुछ जानकारी?
देखिए गौरव, ये पहली बार ऐसा नहीं था। इससे पहले जब गणपति यहाँ से निकले थे तब गणपति यात्रा में भी यहाँ से आगे पानी गेट आता है, ये पूरी सड़क आगे पानी गेट पे मिलती है, उसी जगह पर भी स्टोन पेल्टिंग हुई थी और वहीं पे तब भी पुलिस ने कुछ लोगों को हिरासत में लिया था। अब जब राम नवमी के मौके पर ये यात्रा निकल रही है तब भी यहाँ पे इस तरीके से पथराव हो रहा है। पुलिस ने आज 14 लोगों को हिरासत में लिया। अब पुलिस कह रही है कि पूरी तरीके से जितने भी लोग इसमें इन्वॉल्व थे, क्योंकि सीसीटीवी फुटेज, और सबसे बड़ी बात देखिए इसे इंटेलिजेंट फेलियर कहेंगे या पुलिस का फेलियर, लोकल सोर्सेज का फेलियर कहेंगे कि इतनी बड़ी तादाद में पत्थर जो है वो कहीं ना कहीं मस्जिद में या आसपास के घरों में इकट्ठे किए गए थे, तब जाके
बिल्कुल सही बात है।
बड़ी तादाद में
गोपी रहिए मेरे साथ। इंद्रजीत also with us on the broadcast. Indrajit, Mamata Banerjee accused the BJP of targeting Howrah, Park Circus and Islampur. Explain this statement, explain the situation on ground, and especially the image that you just put out of stone pelting on the Ram Navami procession from that rooftop.
Well, that's right. You know, these are images that are slowly coming out, from the incident that took place earlier this evening. And even as we speak, additional forces have been moved from Kolkata to Howrah on the other side of the Hooghly River to bring situation in control. Situation right now is in control, and we can only hope that it does not escalate over the night. But, Gaurav, this is not the first time that such an incident has taken place in the same area in Howrah. Remember, last time, similarly during the Ram Navami procession, there was similar incident that took place in and around that area. Mamata Banerjee, of course, said that she blamed the opposition, she blamed the BJP. She said, rioters were on the loose and they were trying to instigate riots. And she said that this particular incident, this particular Ram Navami procession had diverted from the specific path that they were allowed to move on. So clearly there will be blame and counter blame. Shubhendra Adhikari, of course, has now written to the central government saying that central paramilitary forces should be deployed here in West Bengal, because every year whenever there are Ram Navami processions that are taken out, similar incidents are happening.
That's a good point you make. Every time there's a Ram Navami procession, incidents like this happen, whether it is happening in Vadodara or it's happening in Bengal. So is there a pattern? Let me also bring in Pankaj Khelkar. Pankaj, these images from Sambhaji Nagar are horrifying, targeting police vehicles, arson. What prompted it, and who are these people who are burning police vehicles? Who are these people?
Gaurav, these visuals are from Kiratpura area near Roshan Gate of this Sambhaji Nagar city. Now these youth that you can see who are pelting stones or setting police vehicles on blaze, they haven't been identified, but as of now Sambhaji Nagar police have booked around 300 to 400 unknown people, and the commissioner of police of this city has also said that few of them have been identified. So action will be taken. Round of or combing operation has also started. These are the visuals where all are surprised that why can't we see police on the ground. And when we tried to get more information, we also got to know that there were only few police personnel who were there outside this Ram temple, wherein such a havoc happened, wherein police vehicles were set ablaze. But the history that of this city is that all of the Muslim youth of this area, they always welcome the procession or the festivity of Ram Navami every year. This is for the first time that though this temple is
Okay.
situated in the midst of Muslim community or Muslim residential area as well as
So
market
who
area,
are these
but no
people
such
who are
incident had
targeting
happened
the
earlier. This is
pandal
for the first
and
time.
police vehicles, and why is the police found wanting here? Varis Pathan, are we now to believe that Hindus cannot celebrate Ram Navami without fear of stone pelting and arson? What prompted this behavior, sir?
Well, Gaurav, first and foremost is violence of any kind is condemnable. Nobody has a right to take law into their own hands. And whosoever indulges in violence or rioting, the police must book them as per law. Whether in West Bengal, whether in Maharashtra, whether in Gujarat. Everybody has a right to practice their own religion. But what we are seeing is, Gaurav, will you allow me to just show me certain visuals? First, I was the person, and we had said that the last 3 months, certain people are coming from outside and they are trying to vitiate the atmosphere of Maharashtra. Like Raja Singh, Suresh Chavan, they came to Maharashtra, several rallies were organized, wherein calls for Muslim genocide were given, calls hate were given, hate
Sir,
speeches were
register
given.
an FIR
Several
against
offences
whoever
registered,
that
but
individual
nobody
may
is
be.
arrested
What
till date.
justifies targeting police vehicles? What justifies a mob of 500 coming and surrounding the Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram temple?
No.
Nothing justifies taking law in their own hands, sir. I'm
Violence
sorry,
is not
no
justified.
unverified images will be shown on
Violence
this
is not
broadcast.
justified.
But if somebody was trying to violate the law of the land, sir, आप तो वकील हैं, you know the law of this land, FIR दर्ज कराओ, जेल में बंद कराओ, पत्थर थोड़ी मारेंगे, sir. But let me also bring in Tuhin Sinha into this conversation. Tuhin
That is what I
Sinha,
want to
why
say.
do you think this is orchestrated? And why
Just-
do you
just
say
give
this
me
is
10
an
few seconds.
orchestrated attack against the Hindu community celebrating the Ram Navami? Tuhin Sinha, it is your government in power, whether in Maharashtra or in Gujarat, your government, your police have failed to protect Hindus.
Gaurav ji, we should be happy about it.
No, protect the Indian citizen.
There are only two reasons why we see these repeated Ram Navami violence year after year. One is the Hindu-phobic mindset of people like Mamata Banerjee, and two is the Aurangzeb mindset of parties like AIMIM. Now, when Mamata Banerjee makes an appeal, stay away from Muslim areas, what is she trying to say? You know, these divisions were made in 1947, and then later in 1971 there was one more division, not to our doing. But when she says Muslim areas, does she mean that Hindus are not supposed to, be present in certain areas? I think this is the mentality that needs to be called out.
Before I bring in Dr. Vikram Singh, Varis Pathan, do you want to quickly respond? What is a Muslim area? What is a Muslim area where a Hindu procession cannot go?
Malwani, Mumbai में Malwani जैसे.
No, well, Gaurav, anybody can go anywhere. Today in Jahangirpuri, they took out the procession without the permission of the police. Nothing happened. Let them do. But what I am saying is, in Gujarat today, this video is viral everywhere, where the Vishwa Hindu Parishad people comes before the media and says that direct call for violence is given by him. And he says that Gujarat को 2002 की तरह बना देंगे. Now, what
Register
steps
an
is taken by the
FIR,
government to ensure
jail
that
में
he is
बंद करे.
arrested? Nothing. In
Rights
Juma
तो नहीं
Masjid
कर
in
सकते ना
Mathura,
सर
you
हिंदुस्तान
can see
में.
the people jumping
That
on the
Muslim
mosque
area
and
happened, as
putting the
Tuhin
separate
Sinha
flag.
says, in August 1947. I hope that is very clear, sir. There are no more Muslim areas. Every inch of India belongs to every Indian. Dr. Vikram
There is
Singh.
no Muslim area, there is no Hindu area.
Dr. Vikram Singh, I hope that message the state is able to send out, that there are no more pockets in India anymore. Whatever area had to be demarcated was demarcated in August 1947, sir.
Gaurav ji, may I submit that you're absolutely right. India belongs to every Indian, and that is where the buck stops. Now, fuel is being added to fire by irresponsible political statements. Now, a festival is celebrated as per the norms and as per the traditions, which are ingrained in a document, a permanent Thana record that is known as the festival register or the Tyohar register. Now, Tyohar register incorporates where it will go, how it will go, almost the approximate number of participants and the timings. If it's a mixed locality, there are additional police reinforcements in front of the procession, along with the procession, behind the procession, and on the rooftops. There are intelligence reports and the precautions taken to make preventive arrest before the festival, not made by the police. I blame the police for that. During the procession, when the brick batting happened, the police were caught on the wrong foot. Again, I blame the police. A professional police, Gaurav ji, would never feel helpless, but they give a lesson of a lifetime to every writer. The police have been caught on the wrong foot, and I would say let the politicians make a bigger mess of their politics, but the police have a job to perform and give the fear of the Almighty in all the writers. No NSA slapped in all the 3 cases, and that is where my problem. Bring the fear of God.
You're
Bring the fear
absolutely right, sir.
the minds
Bring
of
the fear
everyone.
of
You cannot take
God
liberties like
in
that.
front of these writers and whoever is encouraging them. But I once again want to bring in Varis Pathan. Varis Pathan, I want to understand from you, sir. When we talk about Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb, it cannot be a one-way street. Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb, if at all, has to mean even if there is a mosque in that area and a Hindu procession is going, let everybody welcome it. That would be real Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb, not what happened in Vadodara, as Gopi was reporting, that a mosque roof was used to pelt stones at that Ram Navami procession, sir.
Well, Gaurav, there are certain people who are trying to create hate mongering in the state. In Maharashtra last night, what happened? People were saying that Ram temple ke upar attack kar diya, but that very moment, our party MP Imtiaz Jalil was present in that Ram temple, and he take out a video. He was live from there. He said nothing has happened here.
Yes.
I am sitting with our Hindu brothers, and the video is viral. Who is this hate mongering? But why did the Maharashtra government not take steps to ensure that peace prevails in the state? Why were the Suresh Chavan ke Raja Singh not detained, not arrested when they were spreading hate? Who's responsible for that? Who's responsible for the person who's radicalized those people who, in the name of Ram Navami procession, went in Mathura on the masjid top and they were unfurling the flags? I am showing
sir,
you
you're
that
a lawyer.
who's
I am
responsible,
sure,
who radicalized those
sir,
Hindu
you're a
Parishad
lawyer.
people
I'm
who
sure
said
you know
that we
how
will make
an
it like
FIR is
2002
registered.
Gujarat.
Sir, I'm sure you know how an FIR is registered.
Of course we will
and
register. Of course.
I'm sure you will reach out to your community and reach out to every individual and tell them that stone pelting is not the way out. Arson and violence is not the way out.
Everybody not to indulge into violence.
What happened at Sambhajinagar? What happened at Sambhajinagar? Who started burning those police vehicles?
To take law into their own hands.
Absolutely, sir. And Tuhin Sinha, Varis Pathan is absolutely right.
Taking an opportunity to request the people of the country not to take law into their own hands.
Sir, there is no request.
Into violence.
There is no request. It has to be enforced. Let that be very clear. Nobody is going to request anybody to follow law. They have to follow law. That's the law of the land. It's not by choice. But I want to bring in Tuhin Sinha. Tuhin Sinha, it's an absolute failure of the government, whether in Maharashtra or in Gujarat, not to be able to catch these chaps who are burning police vehicles, sir.
Dekhiye, Gaurav ji, when it comes to Sambhajinagar, let me tell you this, that the day parties like AIM and Varis Pathan wholeheartedly support the renaming of Sambhajinagar, this Aurangzeb mentality will automatically end. It is this Aurangzeb mentality. He had a problem with his Hindu festivals. Now his fanboys, his cheerleaders today have a similar problem. The government
arrest them if they are in violation of law of the land, sir?
In an exemplary manner, yes, all these things sometimes erupt all of a sudden, but in the same manner that you've seen Yogi ji acting, that the same action will be taken here and in other parts of the country. But again, people like chief ministers like Mamata Banerjee abet these riots. In 2016, one of the sitting cabinet ministers of Mamata Banerjee took a Pakistani journalist to the retirement harbour area and said, "Come, let me show you to mini Pakistan." So,
sir, for the moment, I will stay on the incident today. I will not go back into history, but I want to understand from Dr. Vikram Singh. Sir, seriously fail to understand statements like a Muslim-dominated area, avoid taking a yatra through them. Is this actually encouraging, one, vote bank politics, two, letting some people think that they're above the law of this land? And sir, does this smack of abject failure of the police and the administration, or is this political pressure on the police not to act?
Gauravji, 3 quick points. Absolute control of law and order and public peace are non-negotiable, and nobody has a right to vitiate it. What the Chief Minister of West Bengal has said is totally unacceptable. If there is a tradition that the procession will go from place A to B, it shall go from A to B, whether it belongs to the majority community or the minority community, it doesn't make no difference. And to speak in such loose terms, speak irresponsibly, is nothing but naked vote bank politics. The police have been caught on the wrong foot because they seem to be in a state of bewilderment. And they need to understand that they are not accountable to the political master, they're accountable to the rule of law and to the constitution. Absolute following the rules, the constitution, the CRPC and the IPC is what you are being paid for, not to follow the dictates of the political master, especially when it is tuned to the political manifesto, which is just an anachronism in our democracy. The police are a professional organization and should abide by the rule of law. Public peace is non-negotiable.
Public peace is non-negotiable. Varis Pathan, can we once again get back to the basics? every inch of India is for all Indians, every part of this country. And you do agree, sir? Those who wanted a separate Muslim area got it in 1947. There is no other Muslim area that's coming up.
Well, of course, you are 100% right, Gaurav. When the individual person belongs to India, we are proud Indian Muslims, and we have rejected the two-nation theory of Jinnah, and today we are living in our country, Bharat. We are proud of it. But who is trying to vitiate the atmosphere? The BJP, it is the responsibility of the government of the day to ensure that peace prevails.
Absolutely.
In Maharashtra, the BJP government, I will tell you, had they taken stern steps to ensure that peace prevails, that this Chawan K and Raja Singh type people
Sir,
are
I'm not naming individuals because they're not here to defend themselves. And, India today does not. India today does not go by any
He was forced to chant Jai Shri Ram. He
Sir,
did not say his beard was cut off.
Sir,
His beard was
Varis
removed.
Pathan,
His beard was good.
Register an FIR. Register an FIR against that individual. Whoever is violating the law, register an FIR. My request to you, sir, whoever is in violation of the law, do register an FIR, sir. And do not request your community, do not request any community to follow the law, sir. Instruct them. They have to follow the law of the land. Dr. Vikram Singh, I will let you have the last word on this. That it's not a request.
It cannot be a request. Rule of law is not an option.
These are images from Sambhaji Nagar, and I want every Indian to see these images. These writers don't have to be requested to follow the law of the land. Dr. Vikram Singh, they have to be told if they don't follow the law of this land, NSA follows.
I reiterate, rule of law is non-negotiable, and it's the pious duty of every Indian to follow the rule of law. And those who don't are quoting the recipe of disaster for themselves and their progeny and their families. Let the police understand that those who cross the Lakshman Rekha will have to face consequences, and the consequences are going to be terrible. Do not be caught on the wrong foot, and let the politicians do their politics. You are there to ensure security, peace and calm for every Indian, even if it is at the cost of the supreme sacrifice. That is what we have been paid for. That's what you are being paid for. Jai Hind, India is supreme.
I will let that be the last word on the show. Varis Pathan, Dr. Vikram Singh and Tuhin Sinha for joining me here on this India First special on Sri Ram Navami. Remember, Sri Ram is Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram. He is the epitome of what is right. Must follow his teachings, and that's very clear. Follow the straight line. That is all I have for you on India First this evening. Coming up next, an exclusive look at the second installment of Mani Ratnam's Ponniyin Selvan. Stay with us.
तो पहले अब उनकी माफी होगी या पहले जेपीसी बैठेगी?
अरे ऐसा है सुधीर भाई, इसकी चर्चा स्पीकर की उपस्थिति में करनी चाहिए, दोनों दलों ने मिलकर। चले, मैं तो आज ही कह देता हूं कि स्पीकर साहब के पास जाकर चर्चा करिए। आपके कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से ही कह देता हूं।
As the Ram Mandir rises in Ayodhya, Uttar Pradesh, a similar temple is rising in Karnataka too. Eyeing the Hindu vote bank, the BJP government is all set to build a temple on the lines of the Ayodhya shrine in Ramanagara. The big announcement came just ahead of the assembly polls. The temple will be built on a 19-acre plot in Ramadevara Betta.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟು ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಿರ್ಣಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಶ್ಚಯ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನು ದುಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜನರು ಭಕ್ತಾದಿಗಳು ಬಂದು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದ, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ದುಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಯರ್ ದುಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ರಾಮ ಭಕ್ತರ ದುಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಶ್ಚಯ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
The Congress is not impressed and is playing down the temple project.
This is an election manifesto, first of all. They are not going to implement. They are going to be ousted by the people of Karnataka. How can they implement?
As the BJP once again raises Hindutva pitch in the state, it seems the party is literally fighting the elections. Ram Bharosa. Bureau Report, India Today.